Good morning, children. Today we will start the topic which are covered under the classification of industries. Okay, we are reading the classification of industries topic. So in that last topic will be on the basis of ownership, the industries was divided into two parts: private sector industries and the public sector industries. Okay, we have earlier seen the on the basis of raw material, industries are divided into 5 parts. On the basis of size, they were divided into 3 parts. On the basis of ownership, they will divide it into 2 parts. Private sectors industries are owned and managed by individual or group of individual. What do you understand by private? Means that will owned by you or individually person will be managed. That institution will be known as private industries. जो खुद एक बंदा ओनर रहता है, like Reliance Industrial Limited is example, Tata Steel, Hindustan Motors, and the private sector industries are the private sector industries, means that will be run by the individual person, like Dhirubhai Ambani are running the industries individually, by their name. Tata Industry are running individually, so that will be the private sector industry. Public sector industries are owned and managed by the public industries that are managed by the central or state government or their agencies. And their agencies means public sector industries are those industries which are managed by central or state governments. Examples: Viii Steel Industries, Viii Steel Industries, Bharat Heavy Electronic Limited are the example of public sector industries. So these are the examples. Okay, next type, joint sector industries. Joint sector industries are owned and managed by the private firms and government agencies. They were managed by both private and they will involve both the person, private and the government. Like Gujarat Alkalis and Chemical Limited, Punjab National Banks and Oil India Limited. They are the joint sector industries. Example of these industries. They will be owned by government and as well as by the individuals. Cooperative sector industries are owned and managed by a group of people. Generally, the members are the producer of raw materials. They are owned and managed by a group of person. Cooperative means group of person, a small group of person will be made it. Our industry that will be managed by a small group of persons. Like such industries are handlooms, जो हाथों से बनाए, like baskets will be there. Food processing and dry products, dairy products that are manufactured like milk, paneer, butter. Amul is the best example of cooperative sector industry. The cooperative sector industry are those industries which are managed by a group of people. Last, multinational corporations are set up in collaboration with foreign investors. Collaboration means with the consent of with the foreign investors. Foreign investors, that will be means collaboration with the setup of the foreign investors. Such industries are owned and managed by 2 or more countries. Means both 2 countries are involved, so that country's industry will be multi-corporate national. Examples: Maruti Suzuki Limited and Coca-Cola companies. Okay. Next, factor affecting the location of industries. This is your answer also. What are the various factors when you are starting an industry? Okay, you have to start any industries. So what are the factors you will see before starting the industries? So industry are located only at such places where the raw material is easily available. Okay, you see that raw material is easily available and sold at the lowest possible price. Such locations are selected after much deliberation. What is the meaning of deliberation? Means much arguments या much discussion के बाद ही वो location decide की जाती है. Like geographical area, historical, economic, human, and what are the political factors influence the choice of the location. They will influence how the location of the factory will be there. So some of these factors are large area of living land, regular and assured supply of raw material must be there, cheap and adequate power supply. Then you will select that area to make an industry, to build an industry in that area. Adequate supply of skilled labor at reasonable wages, an efficient network of transport at reasonable rates, nearness to the market for quick sale of the manufactured goods, and some industries. So nearness to the market for sale of manufactured goods, and some industries like need large qualities of water, quantities of water means that type of industry like paper industry is there, है ना, so they need a large amount of water. So you will set up that industry in that area where you have a sufficient amount of water. Those industries are usually located near the river, canal और lakes के बाहर साइड में ही ऐसी industries को set किया जाता है. Next factor which influence the location, availability of capital from bank and the government. How much capital you gain from the bank you will have. So this is also the one of the feature which decide the location of the location of your industry. Last one is government policy. According to the government policy of that field, you will set up your industry. Okay, so next it was given that next topic, industrial system. So the functioning of industries depend on one system known as industrial system. Functioning of industry depends on one system, that is industrial system, which requires input, processes and output. When you input some product, then you get processing, do the processing on that, then you get the outputs. So inputs includes raw material, sources of power, labor, cost of land, machineries and transport and other infrastructure. Input means like you require labor cost or machinery, transport, you give this thing to the product. Then processes includes a variety of activities which convert raw material into the finished product. So that is processing. Output is a final finished product and the income earned after its sale. Output is a final finished product. So for example, in the cotton textile mills, input are raw cotton and the cost of that factories or wages paid to the laborers and transport to cost, that is the input. The main processing involved like ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing. So processing means output, you have the output, and processing is in the raw material, ginning, weaving, dyeing, that is a processing. Means you take the input, raw cottons and wages of the workers, and the processing is dyeing and weaving in the raw cotton, and your output is cloth. So these are the process, these are the industrial system which will be followed. Means industrial system will depends on three factors, that is input, processes and output. This is also your one answer. Okay, clear this topic, industrial system. Next topic, industrial regions. So industries are unevenly distributed throughout the continent, and as the factor affecting their location are not same everywhere. As we know that they will be distributed, industries are in every continent. Industry हर जगह है, and their factors also be not similar in everywhere. कहीं ज़्यादा पानी होगा, कहीं नहीं होगा. So the factor is also not be evenly everywhere. So industries are depend on the factors. Industries tend to concentrate in a few pockets due to certain viable factors. So industries will be set up in the area where they have a favorable factors. Means जो भी factors अपने read किए favor करता होगा, तो तभी आप industry उस area में set करोगे. So what do you know about industrial regions? Area which have high concentration of industries. That area which having a large number of industries are known as industrial regions. The main industrial region of the world are shown in map 15. You will go through the map 15. There will be given the industrial region. So the major industrial regions are located in the temperate regions close to coal fields or sea ports. So main industrial regions are there in the coal fields and the seaports. So these are the main industrial regions are means where the industries are mostly set up. किस area में industries हैं आपके world level में. So first one is area around the Great Lake in eastern North America. There will be the industries, large number of industries are there. Second, the area of this North Sea in western side. So western side, around the western side, North Sea side में भी आपके industrial regions बहुत सारे हैं. You have then lots of industrial region there. Nextly, Eastern Europe and around the Moscow in Russia, and the last one is Eastern Asia, including Japan, China and South Korea are having most of the industries. So these are the areas where we are finding most of the industrial region they have. Most of the industries they have. Major industrial regions of India have developed in the hinterlands of the ports of Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai. So major area which covers the industries are the Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. The British developed these clusters and as the hinterlands provided raw material, power and the market, the major industrial region in India. Means at the time, Britishers' time, they were declared as a major industrial regions. Mumbai, Calcutta and Chennai. You have a map number 16 in your book. There you have located the major industrial regions, like first one is Hooghly industrial region, and in the Pune second one is Mumbai and Pune industrial region. Third one is the Ahmedabad and Vodhara industrial region. Means these are the area in India where they have the lots of industries or the region of industries. है ना, कह सकते we have our regions, we have the location of the industries in this area, like Hooghly, Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, है ना, तो they are the industrial region. Next fourth one is Madurai in Coimbatore in Bangalore is the industrial region there. Last one is Chota Nagpur Plateau industrial region. So these are the areas which cover under the industrial regions, and we can say that in India we have an industrial region in this area, Mumbai, Hooghly, Ahmedabad, Madurai. So these are the areas which cover the major part of India. So I think you have clear about this.